Review of C++ programming. Tokens. Fundamental building blocks of C++ program. Lexical units. Classification. Poly. Punctuations. Special symbols used in C++ program. Examples are and operators. Symbols that indicate an operation. Examples are literals or constants. A constant values used in program. Integer literals. Whole numbers. Example. Next, floating literals. Constant having fractional parts. Examples are. Next, character literals. A character in single quotes. Examples are. Next, string literals. One or more characters within double quotes. Examples are. Next is identifiers. Name given to different program elements. Okay, variable. Name given to memory location. Label. Name given to a statement. And function name. Name given to a group of statements. Rules to form an identifier. Can have only alphabets, upper and lower, digits and underscore. Cannot be keywords. Cannot start with digit. Next, keyword or reversed word. Sub. They convey a specific meaning to the compiler. Examples: float, if, break, switch. Data types used to identify nature and type of data stored in a variable. Fundamental data types. Data type, types of values, memory bytes, and examples are given here. Data type void, null or empty data. 0. Example. Data type char, character values. 1. Examples are data type int, integer values. 4. Examples are data type float, real values. 4. Double, real values. More precious than float. 8. And examples. And the main is basic structure of a C++ program. Include header file using namespace identifier int main and statement return. This is the basic structure of a C++ program. Just understand this very easily. Next is comments. Comments increase the readability of a program and helps in future program modification. It is not considered as the part of program and cannot be executed. Comments are two types. First is single line comments and second is multi-line comments. Next is const keywords. The const keyword specifies that the value of a variable does not change throughout the program. Syntax. Const data type variable name equal to value. Example, const float pi is equal to 3.14. Next, control statements. Control statements are used for altering the normal flow of program execution. They are classified into two types. The control statements are decision making statements and iteration statements. First is decision making statements. The statements provided by C++ for the selected execution are called decision making statements or selection statements. The decision statement making statements are six types: if statement, if else statement, nested if, else if ladder, switch statement, conditional operator. First is if statement. The syntax is if test expression and statement block. If the test expression evaluates to true, the statement block is executed. The next is if else statement. The syntax is if test expression statement block 1 or else statement block 2. Here, if the test expression evaluates to true, statement block 1 is executed. If the test expression evaluates to false, statement block 2 is executed. Okay. Next is nested if. An if statement can be placed inside another if else statement. This is called nesting of if. If mark greater than or equal to 100. If age greater than 50. Count eligible for higher studies. Else count not eligible. Else if ladder. The else if ladder helps to select one of many code blocks for execution. The syntax is if test expression 1 statement block 1, else if statement expression test expression 2 statement block 2, else if test expression 3 statement block 3, etc. Else statement block n. The next is switch statement. The switch statement is used to select one of many code blocks to be executed. The syntax is switch expression. Case 1 statement block 1 break. Case 2 statement block 2 break. And case 2 statement block 2 break default. Statement block n. The expression is evaluated and statements are executed according to the value. If no match is found, then default statement is executed. Okay. The next is conditional operator. What is conditional operator? It is a ternary operator. It takes three operands. The conditional operator can be used as an alternative of if-else statement. The syntax is condition, true part and false part. The condition is true, the result in the true part, else the result is the false part. Example is given here. Next is iteration statements. Iteration statements or looping statements are used to perform repeated execution of a set of one or more statements. C++ provides three looping statements that are while loop, for loop, and do while loop. Iteration or looping statements are two types that are entry control loop and entry control loop. The first entry control loop is classified two types, for loop and while loop. The second entry control loop is only one, do while loop. This that is really second is not a entry control loop, that's a exit control loop. Okay, let's start. Entry control loop. Entry control loop means condition is executed before loop body. The loop will run only if condition is true. Exit controlled loop means condition is executed after loop body. The loop will run at least once even if condition is true false. Next, a looping statement has four elements. The first is initialization, statement that gives starting value to loop variable. Example, next is condition, the test expression. Example, next is updation, statement that changes the value in loop variable. Example, next is body of loop, set of statements to execute repeatedly. Examples given here. A while loop. It is an entry control loop. The condition is checked first and if it is found true, the body of the loop will be executed. The syntax is initialization while test expression. Body of the loop update statement. Next is for loop. It is an entry control loop. The condition is checked first and if it is found true, the body of the loop will be executed. The syntax is for initialization, test expression and update statement and body of the loop. The next is do while loop. It is an exit control loop. Here the test expression is evaluated only after executing body of the loop. Its syntax is initialization, do, body of the loop, update statement, while test expression. Next is nested loop. The nested loops. Placing a loop inside body of another loop is called a nested loop. A nested loop contains an inner loop and an outer loop. In a nested loop, the inner loop statement will be executed repeatedly as long as the condition of the outer loop is true. Example is given here. Next is jump statements. Jump statements transfers program control from one place to another part of a program. The jump statements are break, continue, go to and return. The first study about break. The break. The break statement is used to terminate a loop or switch statement. Example is given here. Next is continue. Continue statement is executed in a loop. It skips the remaining statements in the loop and start next iteration of the loop. Example is given here. Next is go to. Go to statement is used for unconditional jump. Go to transfer and control from one part of the program to another. Syntax of go to is label go to label. Example is given here. And the last is exit. Exit helps to terminate a program. Okay, thank you for watching.